everybody, to another fabulous edition of Black Belt Bots. The bot signal. I'm hearing a little bit of echo, maybe. Hold, please. I don't want you to be hearing echo on your side. Echo, echo. All right. That's a little bit better. So, my friends, today's issue of the bot signal is all to do with your wins. It's Friday. Friday is beautiful. Friday is wonderful because today's show is all about how you're having some successes out there. Business, yeah, tell me about those. Personal, do it. Don't share anything that you wouldn't like everybody to hear. Business, personal, big, small. Let's celebrate it all this morning on the bot signal. We don't spend enough time doing this. When we don't spend enough time saying, "Hey, we had some real awesome wins this week," then we're on the road to burnout. And I absolutely hate to see that from my entrepreneur friends. We are honestly all in this together. So do this for me. Write your wins in the comments. If you write your wins in the comments, I will read them aloud and we will celebrate you because you all deserve to be celebrated. Okay, that's what I know about that. So I had a great week this week, you guys. I had a great week this week. I'll tell you what happened. It's a couple of the wins this week. One, we got a new baby in the family. And I'm on it right now. This beautiful MacBook Pro came to me yesterday. Well, I mean, we spent the money and bought it, but it arrived yesterday. And I could not be more pleased. Okay. Got a new computer. I have been in pain about my computer for a little bit because here's the deal. I had to push a button and wait 5 minutes every time for something to happen. And that's because, me and computers, I install a lot of things on there, okay? There's a lot going on. And it tends to overwork them just a tad. So, my old computer, still around. Gonna clean it off, use it for when I go out of town to speak. It's gonna be great. But there's a new baby in the family. We're going to celebrate that one right now because, yes, this makes my whole life a whole lot easier. So there is that. Facebook user says, "I hate switching computers. It's so much work." Not with a Mac. You just go migrate your stuff and hit a button and wait. And it just, now I do have to sign into everything and create new passwords for just about everything in my whole life, but whatever. I can do that. I'm good. All right. That's the first win this week. Second win, I had to have a conversation a couple of days ago. It was not fun, but it was valuable. I am, if you know me at all, not so great at conflict. That's the word. Yeah. Not so great at that. I'd rather stick a fork in my eyeball sometimes than have a different conversation. But you know what? I'm a business owner now. These things need to happen. I can't just put it off for someday or someone else to take care of. I can't do it. I have to do it myself. And sometimes it's not great. But you know what? Made it through fine. And everything's going to be okay. So I'm going to count that as not like a win that it was a complete joy to do, but my old me before having a business me would just put it off forever. Never do it. Just disappear. Ghost. Old me ghosted a lot. And that's very frustrating for people. So including me, actually. Including me. So, had a difficult conversation. That's a huge win. Let's press the win button here. The outstanding sneer. God, that's one of my favorites. Now, here is another win this week. Boy, Charles's challenge. As you know, he's one of my clients. Charles Bird went through that challenge. And it was pretty darn amazing. The amount of engagement that this man got on his challenge, it was amazing. The amount of people who were in it to win it, there every day, moving right along. For me, that's the heart and soul of it, is engagement. Bots are my favorite tool. Engagement is what I'm going for. Engagement is the pain. Nobody ever wakes up in pain in the middle of the night because they don't have a bot. They do wake up, they do think about how much engagement they're getting. And that is where I come in. Whether you've built a course and nobody's getting through, whether you've built a challenge and nobody's getting through it, all of these things, these are all critical features of what I do. So, the engagement part was absolutely outstanding in this challenge that my team and I did. And it was so wonderful to see that many engaged people. Is it a result of COVID? I don't know. Is it a result of, just people being home? Was it a result of my bots? I have an opinion on that, obviously, but that was a great big win, was watching people get engaged and really transform according to what my friend Charles has to offer, which is, spoiler alert, a lot. And yeah, so watching one of my clients win and being in the front row seat for that is huge stuff. Huge stuff. So that was excellent. I'm appearing a little ghostly today on the screen, I'm noticing my glasses picking up the wall behind me as well. I think that's a nice touch. We're going to keep it. Anyway, so those are 3 wins that I had this week. Teresa says engagement is something I need to connect, build into my stuff. It's been a rough spot. It is a rough spot. Anybody out there who is coaching, teaching, educating, training, anybody who is disseminating information about their business, and that includes everybody who markets, all the entrepreneurs out there who do their own marketing. That is something that people struggle with on the daily. It is that shouting into a black hole that I often talk about at the beginning of the show. It's that part where you just, you're trying your hardest, you're putting your casting pearls out there and nobody's picking them up. And you're like, what am I doing wrong? This has changed the world stuff. I know that frustration. Because I was a coach for so long, putting awesome stuff out there every day for people and watching very little people actually pick it up. Very, very frustrating for me. Bots solved that problem for me. It solved it in an instant. That's why they've been so transformative for me, and that's why I decided this is more transformative than anything else I'm doing. I'm just going to do this from now on. Seriously, a bot is more transformative than a website. It absolutely is. Having a conversation with people who are coming to look for you is much more viable in my eyes than just having a front page of information explaining what a bot is and what I do. Now, we haven't quite made that transition yet with my homepage, but we will. Grasshoppers. And I will let you know when that happens so you can go check it out. But to me, there was nothing that I was doing. I was building people websites. I was doing people's social media campaigns. I was doing, and that I was kind of doing all kinds of stuff because I was everybody's IT fix-it girl. But when I got into a conversation with a bot, it just blew my mind. It absolutely changed my world in 5 minutes. and I knew that it was more powerful than anything that I was doing. So engagement through conversation, engagement through a digital conversation that's pre-set up already on your end. That's what I do. That's what it is. And I feel like with that formula, pretty much winning every day. Teresa says, yes, I need to exchange my website for a bot. I came to that realization about a month ago. Yeah, absolutely. Chatbot landing page. That's where you need to go. That's what you need to do. I the minute that you can just have a conversation with people. I also wrote an email this week. It was on Monday. I hardly ever write emails. Get on my list. You'll never be bothered, I promise. Anyway, so on my list, of course, I write them occasionally when stuff's going on with either other people or with me. I'll write it. But most of the time, what I do is I just use, the copy that other people give me, and I send it out there. And this time, I just decided I'm going to be myself. I'm just going to be myself, and I'm going to write what I want to write, and I'm going to send it out there. It can't hurt. It just can't hurt. I don't have to have a polished, like every time I sit down to write, you guys, I have this thing in my head. It comes from the 2 degrees on the wall that you can't see. Actually, the 3 of them. There are 3 of them. They're on the wall back there. They're behind my green screen. And I had to write a lot of academic papers to get those bad boys on my wall. A lot. Like hundreds. And every time I face a blank screen now, I feel the pressure of needing to write something and have sources and cite them and back them up and all these things. And all I need to do is write an email to people, telling them what's going on. So I hardly ever write. But this week I just decided I was going to be myself, and it was great. I had that email done in 10 minutes. Bam. Bam. Let's move on. So I'm going to celebrate that too. Hey, if you're new around here on Friday Wins, here's what I need you to do. Write your wins in the comments for me. I'll read them aloud and we will celebrate what is happening in your life. Big wins, small wins, everything counts. Train your dog to do a new trick. We want to hear about it. Do something awesome in business. We want to hear about that too. I love my crowd. I love you. I want to celebrate you. Because for me, this is a vital and important part of what we do. To be able to just give each other some kudos and some high fives on a Friday morning, this is what powers the rest of the week. This is what gives you that awesome feeling sailing into the day. For me, I also do, some other stuff in the mornings that, helps me focus and helps my get up and go a little bit. Maybe we'll talk about that next week during a show. But that stuff is vital because otherwise, entrepreneurs, we work too much. We depend too much on ourselves to get everything done. We stay 16 hours at our desks and forget to eat. We do those things on a regular basis. And that, my friend, leads to depression, anxiety, and burnout. If you've ever heard my friend Jay Fazette talk, he'll talk about that, as the day is long. He'll talk about us, entrepreneurs needing more support, which I completely agree. We all need more support. And for me, one of the things that I've been engaged in really trying to make happen for myself is how can I provide that? How can I provide some of that support myself? Because there's one person that's always around, and it's me. Whenever I'm awake, I'm around. And if I can learn to support myself with some of these things, that is good. I also have, of course, support. I have my coach, Jane. I have my community. I have my family. I've got a ton of people around me who love and support me. So So anyway, that was a rather long explanation. I hope you liked it. Other wins that have come about this week. Gosh, I was asking my team. So this is kind of a team win. But I was asking my team what it is that they like to do the most around the bot building, and if they would like to take on some additional stuff, such as making video stingers and stuff for our clients. Like if they had a live stream show, could we make that little thing that's running right now or across your screen? Sorry, podcasters. It's just it's little social buttons appearing and saying, hey, here, follow me here or whatever. Um, those kinds of things, people absolutely love to see. Could we produce them for our clients? I think we could. And I think that we could also do that and drive more traffic to bots. Because that's, of course, what people are asking me always. How can we drive more traffic to those bots? So anyway, that was a team celebration that was utterly fabulous, and I just loved it. I just loved it. So very good. Well, my friends, I have got Facebook users saying I'm going to launch another artful webinar program for next week. Ooh, I think I know who this Facebook user is. Could you, in the comments, tell us a little bit about that artful webinar? I want to know if there's art in it. I want to know what it is. Please throw it in the comments for us. Tell us a little bit more about this artful webinar, and if you want to invite people to it by throwing a link down there, you are welcome to. Because that's freaking awesome. Teresa said, you just reminded me I had a weird temporary win. Hey, my podcast numbers shot up and then dramatically fell. Oh, hey, about podcast numbers, if I may, Teresa, the thing about podcast numbers is you can't read them the same way that you look at how many people viewed your live stream or whatever. Because podcasts have a life all their own that lasts way beyond that initial broadcast. Way beyond. Podcast listeners are people who are generally more educated. They're much more loyal. And if they like a podcast, they'll go back and listen to it from the beginning. So just because you had a dramatic upshoot and then that fell off, it doesn't mean that those people won't be back. And congratulations. Baby Yoda says congratulations for all of that. That weird little spike. Look forward to more. If only podcast numbers told us why people were listening and what they were hoping to get out of it. If you have a bot, they do. But normal statistics, if you watch the show a lot, you know that normal click-through statistics don't tell us much. But if you invited everybody in that podcast to a bot, they would tell you some things and you would get a little bit more and be able to build your audience a little bit more effectively than just what we usually do with podcasts is hope more people come. Anyway, very good. So let me read. Artful Webinars is an online live interactive program offering a variety of arts, mediums, and styles. Artfulwebinars.com, people. Check it out. Check it out. If you're an artist type, I am. Listen to me right now. I have got a box full of supplies that came this week. And my weekend, I'm going to be buried in my basement. My wife's not going to know I'm alive. I'm going to be arting it up. I'm gonna be building crazy things in the name of getting away from my desk. It's gonna be fabulous. So that is super cool. That's super cool you're putting that webinar on. Let's get some kudos happening for you. You got the outstanding snarl. Boo! That's a fabulous one. And Teresa says it was weird. Oh, talking about that podcast spike again because it happened in one day. I was crazy excited, then hugely disappointed. You don't need to be. You don't need to be. If you were the outstanding person that I know you are on that podcast, don't worry. They're going to be back. It's all right. Let's see. Cindy Harrison, Hugo girl. Very good. Oh, I do share my art with you every once in a while when the situation warrants. But anyway, well, that was a great Friday wins session, everybody. Got a lot of wins in there. Thanks for reporting your wins in the comments so that I could read them aloud and so everybody could celebrate you. I I'm so grateful for that. It makes my Friday. Whatever else happens today, it's been a great day because you know what? You joined me. You joined me and reported in where you're at. I salute you wherever you're at. If you're not even watching this on a Friday, fantastic. You know what, darlings? Excellent. Come get me next Friday. And you know what? If you want to report your wins in the comments, if you're watching this on the replay, it's fine. It's fine because I still want to know. I want to know where you're at, want to know what you're doing. So my friends, we are going to get ready to sign off here. Cindy Harrison says, thank you for the opportunity and the support. You make every day better. Cindy Harrison, you're so good to me, my friend. I need to, you pinged me and I need to get back to you. Very good, darlings. I want you to check out something if you haven't checked it out already. It is the Bot Dojo. It is where I hide a lot of my cool content that unless you're part of the dojo, you just don't get that cool content. And yeah, it's the botdojo.com. Easy to go to. I'm going to make a little ticker that goes by that says that eventually. But want you to check it out. Get on in there, bounce around a little bit. Tell me what you think. Email me because there's a super easy way to do that from the menu. Contact me. Tell me what you think. I'd love to get your opinion. And I'd love to connect with you if that's something that you want to do. Opportunities abound in that thing. A lot of free Easter eggs hidden in there. Go to it, people. Thebotdojo.com. And with that, my friends, I think it's probably time. to sign off for another week.